Good evening once again. I'm Chris Jansen in for Brian Williams. Day 1415 of the Trump administration. 27 days since the election was called for Joe Biden. 47 days until Inauguration Day. Today, the president-elect spoke to the nation about the rapidly worsening coronavirus pandemic and the stalling economy. The outgoing president was nowhere to be seen. Tonight, nearly 14.5 million coronavirus cases have now been confirmed in the United States. Today alone, more than 2,400 more Americans have died. As overwhelmed hospitals across the nation struggle to cope, healthcare workers are issuing grave warnings.
We are on a war footing. This is sort of out of control in a way that it wasn't out of control in March.
A new CDC forecast puts this into devastating perspective. It predicts there may be as many as 19,500 deaths in the week ending December 26, in that 1 week alone. And it projects the national death toll could reach 329,000 by that date. This afternoon, Joe Biden talked about the need to speed up the nation's response to the pandemic and about what the current administration has not done regarding COVID vaccines.
As we inherit the public health and economic crisis, we're working on a plan that we'll put forward for the next Congress to move fast to control the pandemic.
Are you satisfied with the current plans that are underway for distributing that vaccine? Do you feel that the federal government is doing enough at this point?
There's a lot more that has to be done. They've clued us in on their planning on how they plan to distribute the actual vaccine to the various states. But there is no detailed plan, that we've seen anyway, as to how you get the vaccine out of a container into an injection syringe into somebody's arm.
No detailed plan. As this virus spreads unchecked, the CDC is for the first time urging universal use of face masks anytime you're outside the home. Just last night, Biden said that as president, he'll ask Americans to mask up for 100 days. Dr. Anthony Fauci, who is staying on to advise Biden, says he supports that.
He's saying, hey, folks, trust me, everybody for 100 days. Now, it might be that after that, we still are going to need it, but he just wants it, everybody for a commitment for 100 days. And I told him I thought that was a good idea.
He asked you to continue in your role, which you've had under 6 presidents, but also to serve as his chief medical advisor. Will you do that? Did you say yes?
Oh, absolutely. I said yes right on the spot. Yeah.
The pandemic also continues to exact a heavy toll on the economy. This morning, the Labor Department said employers added just 245,000 jobs in November. It's the 5th month in a row that the pace of hiring has tapered off. And there are still roughly 10 million fewer jobs now than there were back in February. Today, Joe Biden called on Congress to quickly pass a new relief package.
This is a dire jobs report. We're in a crisis. We need to come together as a nation. We need the Congress to act and act now. If Congress and President Trump fail to act by the end of December, 12 million Americans will lose their unemployment benefits.
Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell have spoken about trying to pass a new coronavirus relief bill before the end of the year. She has also signaled support for a $908 billion bipartisan proposal presented by members of the Senate and House.
There is momentum with the action that the senators and House members in a bipartisan way have taken with them. It could provide meaningful relief for millions who are suffering economically, personally, health-wise.
And there are now more reports of bumps in the transition. Tonight, the Washington Post is reporting the White House is refusing to allow members of Biden's transition team to meet with intel officials at the Pentagon. As for the lame duck president, he's holding his first rally since he lost the election tomorrow in Georgia, exactly 1 month ahead of that state's Senate runoff on January 5th. Some Republicans there are worried. There's concern that instead of talking about the 2 Republican incumbent senators, Trump will spend most of his time on those baseless allegations of election fraud. The worry is his comments could depress Republican turnout. Trump's battle to overturn the election, well, not exactly going well. Late today, courts in 4 different states dismissed 4 lawsuits trying yet again to decertify Joe Biden's victories there. Also tonight, a new defeat for Trump's effort to end DACA. That's the Obama-era program that allowed immigrants whose parents brought them to the U.S. as young children to continue to work and study here. Well, today, a federal judge in New York ordered the Trump administration to immediately restore that program.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.